Alright. Hello, I'm TwanM4n, and I'll be running James Bond 007 Bloodstone on the PS3, the console percent. I can talk a little bit later about why we're doing the console version of any percent. I'm here with Oscari.
Hello.
I'm just going to go ahead and go right into the run. So time will start as soon as I select the difficulty. We're going to pick recruit. New to shooters, start here. I am new to shooters. So 3, 2, 1, go. So I don't know an awful lot. Thank you. Did you say good luck? I think that's what you said.
I did.
I don't know much about anything GoldenEye. This game looked a little bit like Uncharted when I first saw it.
007.
So I decided I was going to give it a try, and here we are. And my headphones are on top of my controller. Move my headphones. Do you want to talk about the game, Oscari? I know you've never played it, but I'm like ultra focused already because this game just stresses me out.
Yeah, this run is like, you know, I can only equate anything ever to Uncharted since I've played a lot of Uncharted, but Uncharted runs are usually like pretty, you know, not chill, but you don't have to worry a lot about combat being a run ender. But this game is the opposite. It's squeaky bum time all the way through.
Well, at least for me.
Yeah,
Maybe.
because the combat is pretty intense, and the enemies will kill you. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of. You are hurt staying in cover a lot, so.
Oh yeah.
And I will not be staying in cover a lot.
This is an extremely like late 2000s, early 2010s third-person shooter.
Yeah, so generally speaking, there's going to be. I'll talk a little bit during the boat section. I'm not too stressed out during this section. There's, you know, like the more like Uncharted-y sort of just, you know, third-person run around, sneak around, shoot some people sections. There's going to be some like driving/chase sections, and that kind of makes up the majority of the gameplay. And the driving sections scare me, and the shooting sections scare me, so good time all around. And there's not a whole lot of like, I think there's like 1 or 2 tricks, like skip type stuff that I'm aware of, but to the best of my knowledge, they're pretty inconsistent, so I'll probably not even want to try them. And I think the one that I can think of is going to happen maybe here in like 5 or 6 minutes. And it's, to the best of my knowledge, it's like 40 seconds maybe, so I'd rather just not do it. Because if I try it, then I'll maybe lose like 3 or 4 seconds. And I can only try it once to take down. If I take down an enemy, I can fall off like a ledge and go straight down to an area that would take me 40 seconds to get to otherwise. So I wouldn't have one shot. I'd rather just not take the shot.
I guess to be fair, like, you can attempt it if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
As long as it's not in your PB.
I also feel like a little pretty rusty, so I just want to save as many seconds as I can. Because a lot of the death type stuff, a lot of the gear of death is going to come in the last like 30, 35 minutes of the run, so I would like to just hold on to as much time as I can ahead of time. So something you're going to see me take advantage of shortly, you'll see the little yellow icons that say, actually I'll just kill the guy this way, say focus aim. If I do any melee kills, you'll see an extra focus aim get added up to 3. I guess ideally I wouldn't want to do too many of these focus aim kills because they're just automatic headshots, because the melee kill in order to get the focus aim is going to take up some time compared to just kind of shooting randomly in their direction, or you know, not randomly. But I like to have a couple of them stored. There's an example of just a focus aim headshot. I always turn right there for some reason. I like to have a couple of them stored in case I get myself into some trouble. If I take a bad line or I forget to kill an enemy, then I've got that focus aim to kind of bail me out. It's a quick shot to kill instead of hoping that I get a headshot without using it. And honestly, that's... Sorry.
know it's kind of good too. Like, sometimes you can get into a hairy situation and you just punch everything in sight, and that kind of works sometimes.
I believe that there's like iframes associated with that, where like if it says, you know, stay in cover, like I'm gonna run right through this because I know I've got a cutscene here. So that was an instance where I knew I wasn't gonna have to worry about doing damage. But yeah, I feel like there's a little bit more leniency when it comes to something like iframes, because if there's just a group of 3, I will just go in and start just smacking all of them because I'll build up some focus aims and it feels pretty conservative in terms of not dying. So I am probably going to take some relatively conservative lines and maybe not lines at all and just hide behind cover for a minute in certain sections toward the end so that I don't die and have to, you know, lose like a minute or a minute and a half, because the ending can be pretty brutal if you try to take a line and it's not the right line through a room with like 16 enemies shooting at you at the same time. So here's an example, first of many car chase scenes. They're pretty chaotic, and in most cases, if you make one relatively moderate mistake, then you're pretty much messed up, because the car, whatever vehicle you're chasing, gets a good 100, 150, 200, depending on the situation, meters ahead of you, then you're just going to have to restart from checkpoint. There are some checkpoints along each of these, but I would like to just not have to use any checkpoints at all. This one's pretty sure I just have to get through. Later on, there is an awful lot of screen shake during certain sections of the chase, so that can be very frustrating. And you're driving on ice in one, and there's holes that appear in one. It's in the road that can just kill you automatically. It's probably the most stressful for me. If I feel like I've got like a good time on a run, it'll stress me out more than it needs to. Because if I just accidentally swerve a little bit and hit a car and fly in the air, that's it.
There's a lot of like blind crests and stuff when you're moving really fast. On that ice one, at least.
The last one too, when you're trying to track down Nicole, that one's very stressful.
Right.
But she's in like an ultra sports car flying around everywhere.
She's in a Koenigsegg.
I haven't said anything about the story, and that is because I don't.
We need to find out if he's still friendly or working with our enemies.
It's the James Bond story.
You're Daniel. You're this guy named Daniel. I don't know.
He's obsessed about the weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Must have had a hard week.
So you'll see this where I like activate my smartphone and it's cool gadget, whatever, and you can hack into stuff. You'll see me use that several times over the course of the run. I know where I'm going. This is right here. Sometimes I just have to hold up, and that just scans, like in this case. Boop. And then some other times I have to like press a button sequence, etc., etc. You know, technology, am I right?
Yeah.
So this guy, obviously not a bad guy. It's like, hey, let's move on. I don't know why I was following him. I should just be running. I don't need to follow you. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, we're good. Oh. Dang. Turns out they know that I'm Daniel. They're like, damn, Daniel. And pick up the box with Daniel in it.
It's a good one.
So here's some like Uncharted-y sort of, oh, it's an epic, whoa, let's get out of here, wow, action, you know. So here's what that skip is. You know what, I'm gonna try it. Okay, stealth takedown. So this guy's standing over here. If you take him down at a certain angle, you can like, in the middle of the animation, you can fall down the side of this little ledge. That was just a kick. Maybe it's random what melee animation you get, and that probably dictates to some degree whether you get that or not. Because the kick is never going to work. Because you're literally not moving to the right at all there. Oh, I did not mean to do the focus. It was a waste. That's rough, buddy. These guys. Oh, I'm in the middle of a reload. Get out of here. Yeah, I hear you. Hate the tutorials. Jump over here and we'll look up. I gotta like make the smartphone and say, yep, that's the thing I can shoot. So if I were to succeed with that takedown, it would then put me down here where I'm about to fall. So that's the amount of time I would say is the time it took for me to get from that guy to down here. So now we're in this little underground like mining cavern thing, running around. I really wish I knew the story of this. Now that I'm in the middle of a marathon run, I'm like, I got nothing.
It looks like they're building a subway of some kind.
Oh, another thing I haven't mentioned yet, the sprinting in this game is the worst in any game I've ever played that I can think of. It is truly abysmal. Like, you get this, like, tiny little, like, 2-second sprint. And then, like, after that, for a moment, I guess it's like getting his breath back or something, you get, like, an even shorter sprint. So I'm constantly having to press reload. I hate it. Oh, no, this is bad. Don't shoot me. No one shoot me. I just want to shoot the generator. Okay. What was I saying?
Why would a MI6 agent be able to sprint more than 2 seconds anyway? Doesn't really make sense.
I'm gonna be in the middle of talking and then I'm just gonna stop because I'm about to die and I'm gonna like panic and then, you know, whatever I said, y'all, you know, if Oscar doesn't remember it, it's lost for all of time. I'm gonna leave him behind here. Oh, I didn't see you. Excuse me. So you get over to this vehicle or this train. This is the vehicle. So I don't die. Just get over there. The Bond Jane. Also, I'm looking like forward and not at my screen so I can see chat, so it'll only be during little scenes where I can't skip like this where I'll see the Bond Jane chat. What is that?
Oh, I like how in the, you know, the time when this game came out, they just like tried all the genres with the Bond games. It's like Quantum of Solace, the other one that came out like 2 years before or whatever, is it's just like Call of Duty clone. It's a cover system.
But, so did they just say that Uncharted wasn't good? They were like, we're gonna... I guess not. Is this the only one that feels kind of Uncharted-y?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I think Quantum of Solace came out before this.
What dating sim? I'd be all over that.
Yeah.
I mean, it works, you know, isn't that a thing? James Bond and the Bond girls or whatever. I don't watch movies, by the way.
Sure.
So this is another very, like, Uncharted-ish sort of moment for me. It's like we're running away from this gigantic drill bit. I think this is kind of a cool set piece. I have 2 degrees in geology, so there's like an alternate reality where that may have been operating in movies.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say where you'd be running away from enemies, but I guess that makes sense.
I'd be the one attempting to kill Daniel Craig, not being the one.
What kind of watch are those?
Where are we?
Britain? Or maybe... somewhere in Europe.
I can confidently say, I don't know. That is my name. You're not wrong.
It is kind of weird that they're like drilling through these like, you know,
They're like catacomb.
Yeah.
This also definitely has like an Uncharted feel to it.
Yeah.
This sprint's awful. This is so bad for my like left thumb. I'm just like always having to press down on LPD. Maybe I already have some. Oh, okay, here's a good example. I'm just gonna get all up in their business. Boom, boom, boom.
This game, when did it come out? It's a PS3 game.
I think it's 2010. I didn't even
look it up.
I think I saw in the...
What's it called again? Bloodstone?
Oh yeah, Bloodstone 007. The font in this game is minuscule, but I feel like I saw on the font somewhere earlier, 2010.
2010.
Yeah.
We'll see about that. Now move!
the first time I ran this game, I lost a whole lot of time here because there's this dude right here in this cell, and I stopped. His name's Remy. That's the name of my dog. I stopped to talk to him, but you don't have to talk to him. You can just keep on going.
You can show him your monkey skills instead.
Yeah. I almost pressed X. That would have lost me time. Some amount of time.
That is very weird that it's X to drop, circle to climb. That's some Japanese stuff.
What am I doing?
It's like Kingdom Hearts.
I get these areas mixed up in my head. There's like 3 of these, and they all look very similar to me, and I like forget which is which. What was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. I had a thought. Well, I'm sure it wasn't anything brilliant. What I was gonna say was that I'm running the PS3. I said I was gonna explain this. I'm running the PS3 console version. The PC version, if you look on speedrun.com, is a lot faster. This part I gotta be careful about. But I guess it was due to like probably rights issues or whatever that I guess this game just became very quickly unavailable at a certain point. Maybe like is it probably Universal or whoever? I don't know, whatever, however all those rights things works. Yeah, so like now getting your hands on like a 360 or PS3 version, or by other means.
It's also on DS.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's on DS. That's a good point. I mean, very different game, I would assume, but
yeah, I would assume so.
I get a little. This is one of the first. There's a bunch of dudes here, but like debris and fog, and I forget. They're all around.
It's really easy to get turned around.
Okay, that was pretty smooth. There are going to be instances where it will appear as if things have hit me, but because I'm Daniel Craig, they respect me too much to actually make any sort of collision or contact with me, so we're just going to act like it didn't happen.
If he's got Tedworth's research, he probably won't be holding onto it for long.
So yeah, I think I got the PS3 version maybe like a year or 2 ago for like $10, and I bet if I looked at like, at the resale value or whatever of this, it's probably 900. Just knowing the market right now, it's going to be one of those games that's like $1 billion for some reason. Probably because of rights, because it's unavailable as a PC game.
I'll tell you.
Look it up, tell me.
Thank you.
Great.
Complete in box 461.
Kill him.
$4.61?
Yeah. Yeah, now $461.
Tedworth's dead.
22 new.
Confirmed 007.
Oh, never mind. I was looking at PAL.
I was just about to ask you if you were looking at PAL.
It's $15 for NPSC.
That's about what I paid for it.
$14.99.
I guess I've gotten $14.99 worth of value. I gotta pay it. This the first of the scarier chases. That makes sounds. Well, I'm sure.
We're driving an Aston Martin GT5.
We're gonna hit like a wharf here in a minute, and if I'm not careful, I can just like use an example of just stuff blowing up and throwing out. We're gonna hit like a wharf, and it's kind of easy to just like slide off into the water if you're not too careful. Burn in here is gonna do a little U-turn here. I'm scared of the U-turn because I'm not good with the handbrake. Oh, okay. Hey, that was
U-turn in the tunnel. Where's he
for
heading?
someone that
He seems to be
does not play
going for the
racing games.
long
I'll take it.
Stay with him. You can't lose those documents.
Should just have me the controller when you're running stuff.
Just toss it across the old pond.
Yeah. Well, halfway across.
Good point. Only have to put in half the effort as opposed to if you were on the actual others. Oh, that's pretty simple. Speaking here, go.
Yeah, those armor trucks are immovable objects.
Okay, we're good with that. Gonna be careful. I'm not gonna like super punch it. I think I'm good. Now that I'm back with it, I'm just gonna be fine. This is the spot where you can just like slide right off. The part that usually got me when I was trying to learn how to do the run and be really clean with this, there's gonna be a moment here where there's gonna be two more of those armored trucks. And I thought, like, oh, if I get ahead of those armored trucks, that'll save me some time, but it is not a good idea to try and get ahead of those armored trucks, so it's, you can just stay behind them. And whatever this car's doing.
In my head, all those forklifts are just people practicing Shenmue.
Oh no! Oh, look at that! I've definitely played this game before. Okay, here's the two armored trucks. In the past, I'd try to like squeeze by them, but they are very rude. So I'm just gonna stay behind them for a minute. Yeah, red cap.
Rude and why?
Oh, what is this? Oh, red card. We're gonna be back to shooting, back to shots fired. Also, if I get too into the game, I might lean forward like this, and heck, you're free to just put John Halo back on the screen if I disappear.
The gamer pose.
If I'm just like, I gotta game hard. I'm not gaming hard enough, mate. If I lean forward, then it's game time.
Bond, can you hear me?
I gotta go see this. I'm just gonna take the path up here. Focusing here on this guy. Oh, this guy. Probably should pick up that AK. Oh god.
So, good daddy there, streaming PC.
Take him out! Give up time!
Sometimes they'll miss you like 17 times in a row, and then other times they're just like god gamers, and it's frustrating because it's really hard to find consistent, for me at least. This game was like not active, at least in the console category, for like 4 or 5 years I think, and then I did a run like 2 months ago. And then I think Mr. Double played like yesterday, got a new world record that makes this run look real sad. So you know, that's how it goes. I think Double plays with like a 130, and then my best time's a 150. Please don't kill me.
But heck, you can use it to your advantage. You can just write all the comments you don't want to be associated with on the streaming PC account.
Wait, streaming PC was the @heck again? Is that what you saying?
That's a
wait, did you see that?
Oh.
I just did a clothesline to no one. He was just like hitting him with the new TikTok dance in the middle of it. And then the guy appeared like 8 feet behind him. Oh, I love this game. You know what? I was talking about how much this game stresses me out. I mean, it still stresses me out, but it's got some fun in it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like in a TV scenario, TV attempt scenario, it's just like pure pain. But
this game, trying to get a time even better than my already mediocre 151. Well, and the honeymoon phase is almost over because we will soon get into levels where there's a decent risk of dying like every single year. Oh, this is bad. Okay. Let's clear it out of here. gonna be a group of guys up here at the top, and I'm gonna try to get at least one or two. Oh, that guy. That definitely won't be the one. I should be getting a shot. Save it! I might die. Oh, I might die. This might be it. Yep.
This might be it for old Daniel.
Oh, Dan. So that'll happen sometimes.
Yeah, very much expect it to happen at least once during the run.
It's, you know,
At
it's
least
definitely
doing a lot of heavy lifting.
There's definitely, you know, a little gamble of. Oh man, I'm gonna die again probably. No, what if you don't run out from behind? I'm dead. I'm absolutely dead. I was trying to get back to cover there. Alright, let's take a deep breath. Gotta reach my zen.
This is one of those. Will kill you.
And I'm trying to conserve as many of my focusing as I can. It's this guy right here that's causing me problems. There's like a couple dudes with grenade launchers. I'm so used to Uncharted Explorer mode, throwing me bones and making these headshots so much easier than. Oh, you're still alive! No! Oh my god, this thing. I'm also not paying nearly enough attention to my ammo right now. I'll like go to shoot and then old Dan goes into reload mode. It's like, hey, how about we don't?
I'm making the exchange.
So this run does look
Why
fun,
is he
but
still alive?
it is like... It is so intense that you have to be prepared for that.
You know what would make this run great? A couple saucy airwalks.
We need to finish this now.
That's all I'm saying. Anyway, we
Slide,
made it out of
slide
that.
this game
What is it,
into
007?
Matt's DMs.
Did you intercept the
Well,
research?
I know he told me at one point
No,
he was.
the
he was like,
researcher is dead.
I
I
thought
got the
about
name of the buyer.
Go on.
I wasn't trying to do a
Stefan
Matt
Pomerov.
impersonation there. That was just
I've
me
got him.
quoting
Russian businessman.
very
Nothing
roughly
flagged, no
paraphrasing.
police record.
Do you know anything about the differences between 360 and PS3?
Do I?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that 360 is a lot faster. That way, double plays run. You know, doesn't make me look that crappy as speed running.
Oh, they're
'Cause I know
playing on Xbox?
Yeah.
Alright, James.
But no, I don't. I honestly just like got a hold of like
Good, I'm heading to
the copy of the game that I was able to
on your tracker.
get legally the easiest. I just went to my local game store and saw a copy of it, and that's usually how it goes. You know, I did run a Blade 2 because I just saw it. I wasn't like, oh, Matt runs Blade 2, I gotta run Blade 2. It was like, oh, I just saw it at a game store. I'm like, yeah, there, it's here in front of me, sure.
Don't
Why
worry,
not?
James. I know how to handle a man like Pomerov.
I kind of prefer 360 as a speedrunning console over PS3. I kind of like the controller more, but I think most games that are on both consoles, it's usually faster to run it on PS3. For, I'm sure, any number of reasons. I do have a
It's
solid.
more expensive for Xbox. It's $1 more expensive according to price charting.
Make sure you watch over this area. You know what Nash...
Hey y'all. So we're at like a party or something. I think we're in France, right? Nice? Is that what I saw?
Yeah, I probably am paying attention. But I can always equate, like all the locations in this you can equate to like Uncharted stuff. So this is like the auction from Uncharted 4.
So next thing we have here. There we go, I was waiting for that. Security cameras. We cannot be detected by security cameras. That is an automatic game over on site. So even if they're a little bit out of the way, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I did that. I will probably go ahead and disable it just to be safe. Again, I'm gonna be a little on the conservative side for this run.
James,
And you get a
James,
cool mini
Pomer's
game
still
when you
not here.
disable them.
what should I do if he
It
doesn't
just
show?
sucks to be in a speedrun and mess it
Stick to the
up.
plan, Nicole.
It's like,
Stay
well,
calm. You may just be late. It's
sorry.
critical that you make this work.
Okay. I'll I'll do my best. I've got to go.
Actually, I like playing this game like quickly. I'm trying to differentiate between the two things I'm saying. I enjoy playing this game fast and beating it fast because it's just kind of cool to run around and bash these dudes' heads in. But I don't like trying to get PBs and like grind out, you know, better and better times because there's so many little things that if you just like mess up just a little bit, you lose so much time. I thought I could jump over.
Yeah.
But it's definitely fun to just be like, I'm the Bond James. Look at me. You know, good game.
Yeah, I know. I know what it feels like to be the Bond J.
Is that other guy gonna follow me? I think I can skip that one without a problem, but I think it's.
I like how you can just leave a guy alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this isn't.
But you still have to disable the camera.
I don't think I have to disable that one camera, but I'm just being scared right now, basically. I don't know, there's a dude. I think he's normally standing underneath there, and I pull him out. Do one of those takedowns. This is an instance where I have to kill him.
LeBron James?
No, I said the Bron. What did I said the Bond James, which is the character represented by Dan Craig.
All right, Nicole. I'm in the casino.
So once I kill everyone in this room, then I get the call from, or I call Nicole. So I have to kill everyone in this instance. So now we're in like some scene.
Danny Craig.
Let's go. Okay, we got 3 focus things. That helps. So I'm supposed to get into this elevator to get up to Dr. Bad Guy's room. I don't remember his name. But, oh, can't do it.
007, you're going to
I'm
need
going
a
the wrong way,
key
by the way.
code to get past
I have to
this
get
door.
3 codes to get up there.
Between 3 different guards at
And
a
there's like
casino.
3 dudes
Each
walking
one
around.
has only a small piece of it.
The first one's this
I'm
guy right
marking
here.
their
So I'm just
locations on
gonna
your smartphone now. Scan
scan.
their access cards to compile the full code and access the lift.
Probably should be running this way, but
One down,
so here we go.
007.
And there's 2 dudes in other rooms. This game is kind of a longish game at, you know, 1:45, 2 hours ish for, you know, sloppier runs or whatever. But all of the segments are decently short, so it feels like it passes pretty quickly. You're not just like hanging around in one chapter for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't fall into the trap of like having a walking part where you're just like,
That's another one, Bond.
oh, suddenly the run is just
Oh, hello.
ground to a halt for 20 minutes.
I'm very good at like making the wrong turn in a room. And, like I go into the next hallway and I just like run into the wall and I'm like, oh no, this is where I'm supposed to take right.
Turn left.
Exactly. Alright, we got all 3.
That's it, 007.
That's it,
You've got all the
007.
data necessary to access Pomerov's lift.
Pomerov. Yeah, I knew his name. Pomerov. Thank you. God, these sprints kill me. So in a couple instances, we'll get like this. Oops, I forgot. I actually have to walk in there. We'll get these like slow motion things when like a door opens. We're gonna get our first one here. I learned during my practice run earlier that it is not a good idea to be out of ammo. I missed his head. Because then in slow motion, Bond is just reloading the whole time. It's like, oh no, now they're all filling me full of lead, so that's fun. Freaking slow motion, dude. So we're gonna do some.
That's another piece of good old late 2000s game design.
Matrix mode, Max Payne.
You know, like
Yeah,
the
there
Call
are-
of Duty breach mode thing.
I don't know. I don't really like Call of Duty.
You of all people should know, dear Stefan.
I'm a terrible person for shots fired, right? I don't.
I
I
don't
don't.
know anything about them dang shooters.
Guns. This is my second shots fired run, by the way. The other one was Road Redemption, so
Oh yeah.
it counts because you have a gun on a motorcycle. Definitely the fastest way to kill enemies in that game. Oh no, I didn't know it. What? You know it's not. There's another guy!
I was trying to...
Oh, please be close enough. Okay. I was worried I'm not going to The escape here
I'm outside.
can either be really smooth or really rough. Like
Bring it around to the front.
this is where I feel like I've learned that like the line that you take for each of these rooms is like critically important, but you know it makes the difference between like you're just like crawling to the exit or you're like feel like you haven't taken the hit at all. So, this room's kind of standard. Just show you all these dudes. I want to get them. Oh great! Forgot about that. Give me 3. Love it. Right, this room's the one that I used to have a hard time with. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think I'm out. Yep. I always forget about that one dude like inside the door there on the left, and I just run right by him, and that does not go well for me. Oh, shut up, bro. Oh, there's one behind. Where did you come from? Okay. Deep breath. We're gonna be fine. Oh no, it's straightforward. Wow, I'm all messed up now because I died that one time and I thought I had it all figured out.
James, I've got the car in front of the
Hubris.
Where are you?
I'm on my way. Get ready to move.
Kill that guy. I used to pause in this room. You do not have to pause in this room. You can just blow right through it. I feel like the first run I did, I lost like a minute and a half just trying to kill people in that room. It's like, no, this one just kills the 3 people right in front of you. So yeah, that's kind of the segue into all the levels being on the stressful side. Pretty much everything's gonna have
Kind of your
a
friend
threat
Rudolph
of
to
me
lend
getting
us his
killed
car.
from here on out.
You sure he won't mind?
He's got 6 of them.
Mostly
He
for
won't
this,
miss-
no,
How's
I
he
forgot.
gonna
I was about to
spend
say
the money
only the
out
car
here?
chase, but there's
Aside
definitely
from
one
diamonds
section
and
that I'm scared
wristwatches.
of here. And I'll
Are you
probably
sure
take
you
them
want to go through
slowly.
with this?
I just can't believe.
So we're in Siberia or something.
Yes?
Sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt,
it
007.
was all in
We hacked
Cyrillic,
into
so
Pomerov's mainframe at the refinery and found
probably
Tedworth's
Siberia
research,
since
but
it's
we were shut out before we could read it.
cold.
You'll need to get to the server room and access
be
it through the
Iceland.
main terminal.
If we're just basing
I
off
think
the
we can
cold
be
part.
there. Can you
Yeah,
send me
we-
I was,
directions?
we don't
I was
have
backing.
a Cyrillic.
I was backing off because I forgot you said the Cyrillic part. I was immediately. I don't know the word I was going to say. Backtracking. I don't know. Anyway, this guy doesn't care that I'm. You know, I was obviously the one that set off that alarm. See, I like when you're in the public areas because you can just stay in the jogging animation, but, you know, God forbid you be in actual mortal danger. Daniel Craig does not know how to run. I would rather just be able to lightly jog like this throughout the whole level. Oh, I almost forgot I gotta do the server room thing here real quick. Okay, this part is scary. I cannot be detected here, so I gotta kill this guy. And then I have to I'm gonna immediately activate the smartphone and take a wide turn here. Hold on. Okay, please hurry. Okay. Because if they see you and engage with you, you can kill them easily. But if they see you while the camera's still activated, then it's a game over. So that worked out well. My first speed run I just ran in there and started shooting them, and I got a game over, and I'm like, what? I'm not allowed to shoot people anymore? Didn't even realize there was a camera there.
The only individual with security clearance currently in the building is Pomerov himself.
So we have to get to like a secret area, top secret, classified, yada yada yada. This Pomerov guy, the only person that's allowed to get in is this Pomerov dude, so we've got to come up with a way to like steal his identification. I don't know why I struggled to say that. So we're gonna get fingerprints and his voice. We'll go upstairs first and get his fingerprints.
Let's just get his voice real quick.
Grab his voice.
You didn't fly halfway across the world to drink vodka.
So up here at the bar, there's like a drink or something, and I can scan it. Ooh, that's definitely how that works.
That's Pomerov's fingerprints. Now you just need to find a clear sample of Pomerov's voice.
I don't like going back and forth between the high-tech agent, whatever, hijack mode. It's bad on my eyes. That's enough. Alright, so we go in here and there's some like museum experience, IMAX theater, blah 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 with Pomerov. Very, very convenient for us. I guess it's not an
Pomerov's
IMAX,
voice
it's just
sample.
another
You should be
theater.
able to access the computer center now. Marking location on your smartphone.
Just an eye.
Do you know what an IMAX is?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know how universal IMAX was.
I've never been in one, but I know what it is.
What if you'd seen that Star Wars movie in an IMAX theater? Would you have cried even more?
Probably.
We were talking about that.
Are the HC stats at safe
If I
levels?
would have seen the Bond James in an IMAX, boy howdy.
I think we had this conversation before about which when he drops the jog, I'm just like mashing down so hard on L3, and sometimes I like let off just enough pressure that it drops the jog or whatever. All right, there's like a little tower defense whatever segment right here. What movie have I seen? What Bond movie? I can't remember. I've seen one.
Goldfinger, probably.
Oh, Goldfinger. Yeah, I think I've seen
You've got to
Goldfinger.
keep the phone in range.
That sounds right.
You think you can hold out?
It's one of the more
First to know
iconic
if I
ones.
can't.
So we're just gotta we're waiting for some stuff to upload or whatever. So we just gotta come back and do that. No, I didn't mean to take cover. I pressed the wrong button. Get behind, please.
Yeah, X to take cover is
I want some of them to get kind of close, because I need to stay close to the, is that not the right one? No, it is. I need to stay close enough to be in range of the computer, but I need to have some ammo.
40% 007.
There's one more wave over here.
Hack is at 80%, nearly there.
There's one more wave. And then the doors are going to close. It'll tell me I can go back to the computer, and then the doors are going to close. Oh, that wasn't. Oh no, we got it. Okay. Doors are going to close here, and then the gas is going to start filling the chamber, and I got to escape. Escape the gas.
using monkey skills.
He goes so painfully slow. Oh no! Don't die. The jump and the get back up on that thing, like positions, are both the same button and they're like right next to one another. So that's the technical term. To get back up on that thing. All right, here's where I can very easily die again. This right here. Okay, please don't miss this. I'm gonna take this very slowly. I don't want to use any of my focus. If I can help it. Oh, I got this gun. Why are you not focusing me? Oh, wow. I need another gun. I thought I knew a good line to take, but during my practice, I died many times. So, very gentle here. I need to get this guy out of the way. Should be about 45 more people. Game, you're not going to trick me this time. I know how many bad guys are in this room. And then, like, at the very end, I think a couple more are going to jump out. Did I get him? But I'm not going to care too much about the last wave, because I can take a right. Excuse me. That's obviously not the quick way to do that, but it's...
Yeah, there's a potential for cheeky lines with because you can just kind of stay under the catwalk and ignore those guys.
And I think my brain from playing Uncharted, which is really the only other game like this that I've played, like there's animations that I see the enemies make when I shoot them that tells my brain I killed that person, and then all of a sudden that person's not dead. They just like stumble back really hard.
Yeah.
But they don't die. Oh, crap, there's like 8 people. It's just come on. Oh no, why am I just standing still? Dang it. Okay.
What are you doing, Daniel?
Where's the other person? Okay, alright, I trust that you killed him. Let's go. Alright, well,
Indeed.
Alright, I'm gonna get a focusing back and just... Oh, a reload. Oh, the reload.
Melee is nice.
The melee initially bailed me out, but then I think maybe I was like in too tight of a quarters there. So like, he just stood there and was like, I don't know what you want me to do. Video game player, there's no way to do this. See, I shot him like 51 times and he just kept stumbling. Just died. I don't think I'm too worried about any of the remaining parts, but that's a great way to ensure that I'm gonna
core systems.
probably die.
Access the central control panel and I'll run a diagnostic.
There's a couple cold rooms later on that, if I get turned around in the room,
it seems that if you
might be a
override the
problem,
coolant and exhaust systems, you'll be able to trigger a catastrophic
There's
chain
a
reaction.
couple of parts in the
Find
like
the override valves, 007.
other
You need
bunker
to
you go
destroy
to
those
next.
bioweapons.
You gotta go into a lot of bunkers in this game.
Okay. So we gotta override the coolant system and override the exhaust system. Yeah, I thought I shot that guy enough times. Oh, I'm on the wrong. No, it's over. It's over. Oh, there's too many else here.
Bond, you're heading towards the
If
coolant
only they were
system.
capable of
Taking it
shooting
down
you
will
while
cripple
you're
the refinery.
punching another dude.
From point blank.
Yeah.
What? Please? Oh no, I'm reloading again. I am just being real bad about that. Not paying attention to my ammo when I try to go into super bomb. Oh, that's a cool movie.
Taking position.
one-on-one homie has a good chance. Give me that focus. If there's two of you, I'm worried, but if there's just one of you, no way. Kind of weird how that works. Here's a neat little section. I'm going to turn this wheel and override the cooling system, and then I'm going to run through just like catwalks, and it's going to be ultra fog.
The coolant pipes are ruptured. Get out of there.
Where's it? Oh, I always mess that up. It's over here. So many doors in this game.
What's the deal with the doors in this game? Welcome to my stand-up.
More like planned
Yeah.
I left someone alive.
Yeah, I think we got one of those animations where he's not actually dead.
Oh, please, Jesus God.
Oh, whoa, we're bringing out the Jesus God.
It's a little early for that. That was not supposed to be that stressful. Okay. But we lived.
That's it, Bond. Well done. Now head to the
Daniel
exhaust override and
persevered.
disable the heat dispersal systems.
Oh, okay. This. Sprint.
It's funny when you see when you're just running for so long and you're like,
Oh. That's his sprint is like a quarter of a second long. It's a nightmare.
one step. Just takes a slightly
007, the schematics show this route leads
you
to
know,
the exhaust
more
override.
aggressive step.
Lock the valve
Then
and
he's
cripple
winded.
the refinery's heat extraction network.
You got an ID on this intruder yet?
Nothing. But it's suspicious that
I like this game, so like big credit for the most part to the devs for making a fun shooty game for me to play. But that to me is a weird design decision. I don't know how else to say that.
Yeah, I want B games to come back.
What games?
Like B, you know, like a B movie.
Oh.
Game.
Yeah, B
Kinda like a
movie. That's
game.
the Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, well, not that kind of B. But yeah, I think every game can be a B movie game. That is true.
Be good. You know, where that can go. This little hallway can be. Wait, what am I doing? Did I get turned around? What did I do? Come down here. My brain was just on autopilot, and I'm like, well, this is obviously the right way to go, but what if I... Yeah, this opens up. I'm supposed to run down there. What did I do something wrong? Oh, yeah, I should probably turn this wheel. You're the one that's up late. It's 8:48 here. What am
You've
I
done it,
doing?
Bond.
I don't
Activate
know.
the central control panel. It'll launch the chain reaction.
There we go. Yeah, I was like, what? No, you're not gonna. That guy sometimes I forget about. Yeah, the dude's on the upper level.
Are you just about to get to the part where you have to like wait for the car?
Yeah. Oh, there's so many. Oh, this is not the cover I wanted. This is inefficient cover. Okay. Of course I gotta do it. There's another one. Where did you come from?
You know what they say, always be reloaded.
Oh yeah, there's a segment up here where there's just like an absurd amount of exploding. And I'm just like, okay, I get it. You wanted it to be, you know, cool action thing. This is too much. You'll know it when you see it. Maybe it's next room.
access the
Oh
central
no, yeah, it's on the
control
way out
panel
after
pod.
you
Initiate the meltdown.
initiate the meltdown.
Alert! Alert! Subsystems are critical.
This is too much exploding. I can't hardly do anything in that room. Wait.
That's a lot.
So we got the tower defensive sort of section, whatever.
Nicole, where are you?
So I'm just gonna like chill out here and
Quickly.
whoa, just fell over and died. Sounds good.
Continuing the trend of equating everything to Uncharted, which I've done less than it could have just been, you know, doing that every 2 seconds, but this is like the part in Uncharted 2 when you're waiting for a lane to come up and pick you up in the car.
Thankfully, they're mostly not coming from like 2 different sides here. I'm looking over here to the right every so often because I know this gate opens shortly. And they can flank you pretty easily if you're not paying close enough attention. They can run up some steps over to the right to get to you very quickly. About you, nope. He was like, "I got took it." He just fell in.
Shot him in the blood.
Oh no, sir! Stop! No. Too many. I request a smaller number. Oh, there's one right behind me. Sneak up on me.
Okay, I've got the car.
Now I get why I like strafing so good in a lot of shooters, because like now that it's being done to me, I feel it. I'm like, yeah. It's hard to hit these dudes that are strafing. Just constantly behind. I'm shooting where you were. That's not where you are. How does it work?
It's kind of wild if you're moving. If you're moving in a direction that's not straight at your person.
So you can, there's a lot of the font in this game is minuscule, but there's a little marker that says Nicole's approaching. She's about 1,400 meters out, so I'm going to continue to shoot some folks for a minute. Oh, this screen shaking. Just a horrible idea to sit there in the cage slowly descending. Just make it real easy to shoot you. Oh, we're roll out. I'm normally there with about 100 meters left, but I'm also a second or so getting over there in time.
Move over! I'll drive.
Here's the part I don't like. More guard on ice.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I think so.
What happened to Pomeroy?
He ran. Look, he's
Yeah,
trying
this
to
is
get away.
Fasten your seatbelt.
the screen shaking and exploding stuff everywhere in this initial part isn't fun for speedrunning. It's very hard to like, I don't know, do. Everything's blowing up everywhere around. This is just like so
Mid-second.
I've never played it, but I know it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just this, literally. It's like action racing game that everything is exploding all the time.
James, the tower.
James, you know how many towers there have been already, Nicole? You're gonna say James the tower there?
James, what are you doing? You're heading for the river.
Hold on.
Okay, here we go. It's on the first playthrough. I feel like it's impossible to not die the first time doing this because it is very difficult, at least for me, to differentiate between the ice that I can drive on and the very cold water that's not quite ice that you will absolutely die if you fall in. Oh, that was close. First part isn't too bad. Once you know where the water ends and the rise begins.
It's currently to be determined if Jake is winning or not.
Sorry, I removed it from the chat. Mainly because this game is brutal. If I'm underestimated, then I win. I would like to think that I probably win. I've died twice.
Watch out!
It's been pretty good so far.
And my PB is a number. 151. Oh, that jump scares me because you gotta turn levels here.
You know what? What is a PB other than a number? Yeah.
Take a right. So I always take a left and die.
We've got to get off the ice. It's a dead end.
Not necessarily.
This next part isn't too stressful. I've got a little bit of a breather.
Nicole. Are you alright?
Oh, peanut butter.
Wrist.
Here, let me see.
This is very Uncharted. Like in Uncharted Lost Legacy.
work until
I can
we
do
can
an
get you
Uncharted
kicked off.
reference.
We've picked up
Wow.
one signal.
When you
It
jump
looks like
into
they're
a
on
train.
Pomeroff's tail.
Good job.
That's what are the name of my players?
What?
Their names. I'm blanking on both of their names. I cannot believe I'm doing this. Nadine. I got one. Not a little
The other one should be easier.
player.
No. It's the right letter though.
Today, please, bail me up.
Chloe first.
Chloe and Nadine. I knew it wasn't a player. It's
Maybe wrong. Never in charge of like the part in charge of 3 when you're on the boats fighting the boat. Except this is some kind of like super Soviet airport thing. Even though Soviet Union doesn't anymore.
If you don't know what you're doing here, it's very easy to get killed because there's a tank shooting rounds at you. And you just have to be like pretty constantly in. You need to pretty constantly be in cover. Oh, I was too close. Okay, let's just calm down. That's what you just said. No, good. No, that's not where I wanted to go. Tap to go across. Hold to take the corner. I held, so it's my fault. I can't blame you guys. So yeah, we're just like tossing them in the ocean or whatever body of water we're over right now.
James, We're speeding up, but he's still getting
So
away.
we were trying to catch up to this big plane by getting rid of this wave. Now I will hold to take the corner. Oh, hey.
James, are you there? We're still too heavy.
I'm there. Got like the smallest cup of my water.
James, that's great. You've done it. We're gaining on
It's like a
it.
shot glass.
Drink too much.
James, he's firing missiles.
There's not much for, you know, not many pee breaks during these runs, so.
Yeah.
He's
I'm good at
firing
running
at us.
long games with
Firing at
no,
us.
Just
no
keep
breaks.
going, Nicole. Hold it steady. I'll
Eternal
take care of
Sonata
it.
has no breaks. It's like, this part's pretty easy. Anti-air, whatever. Shoot these little blue engine whatevers. Take out all of these engines on this plane, but also take out the this is a I think there's an achievement for not taking any damage here, but it's kind of tough.
We don't have any achievements.
Give me a clear
Oh
shot
no,
of those
God.
engines.
I think I've got on what's it called, Disney profiles, I think I've got like a D rating.
Like, 60%.
Oh, probably like, I think I've got like
That's
maybe
it, Nicole. Good.
10 out of
Hold
like
it
50%.
steady.
Yeah.
It's Yakuza 5 in terms of the number of trophies that I did 5 subs.
It's just like a good game. I think all the good games.
I think I got all. I'm just gonna go for all of them. I mean, it kind of makes sense to shoot the missiles sometimes if you're like way off to the side. Sloppy, it's like that.
That's it. Bring us even with him. I'm going after Pomerol.
Yeah.
Those missiles are killing us.
Just
Those
keep
missiles
up
are
with
killing us. Thank
Keep
you.
us steady.
No way. Don't. This seems dangerous. I'm no expert, but also ramming a dude's head in whatever that was probably also dangerous. So we're about to have a little standoff scene with Pomerov. If you shoot Pomerov, we so bad idea to shoot Pomerov. Actually, the scene. I don't know what happens if you don't. If you have to reload during the scene. Also, this is like a really wobbly. Okay, there we go. Really wobbly, so the controls are terrible. But he didn't fly out of the. What? What? Help.
Yeah?
So what's supposed to happen there is that you shoot the little door thing and it opens and Pomerov flies out the door. But I shot the door thing and Pomerov just stood there. And you look out the door like, there he goes.
Wait.
Good morning.
There goes my hero.
And he's just standing there like
Good
this.
morning.
That's 2 times we've had weird little glitches. I don't think I've ever seen anything, you know, to that degree of funny.
Good evening, Mr. Bond.
If that's the kind of thing you find.
Where are you, Ping?
We'll meet soon.
You know.
First, I need you to
Maybe
perform
you don't.
small tasks
Maybe it's
to
crickets right
ensure
now and
our
I'm...
security.
I just got egg on my face.
What might that be?
It's come to my attention there
So we're
is
at this cool
recording
aquarium, we gotta meet up with
equipment
this dude, but
in the
we've gotta
aquarium.
like debug the
And
room,
we
so
can take the chance of anyone
I'm
listening in
gonna
on
run
us.
around and find these
Let me
little
know after
bugs.
you found them and
Not like,
disable
you know,
them.
insects, but yeah, like a thing I gotta like scan and whatever. I don't know, I'm not tech, man. But I know where they are because I've played the game before. I'm smarter than Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
I don't need my smartphone. Only at the end do I need my smartphone. As long as I don't screw up the skinning. So you get these 3 pieces of sound and you have to put them together in the world's easiest puzzle, but because I am notoriously terrible at puzzles, I have to come up with a mnemonic device or whatever they're called to remember how to solve this puzzle.
I think you're pretty good at puzzles.
Thank you.
That was a lie.
Oh, well that was me. So we go up to the transmitter,
Well,
and the little device that I remember, if I can get him to run again, is Merle. Which means, it's MRL, but it's like Merle, you know, middle, right, left.
yeah. Gear
Okay.
type.
There you go, LED.
It's done. We're clear.
Good. Meet me on the ground floor by the
There's a
well
puzzle in
tank.
Eternal Sonata where you have to like play a piano and you don't, and you have to base it off of what you hear. I don't know why I speedrun that game.
Ping.
It's a nightmare.
Insert gif of Chopin falling over.
Yeah. See that? It looked like he was dying, man. Hate it. So I'm just chasing this assassin for like the next, probably like 20 minutes. Probably longer than that, actually. There's several levels where I'm chasing this assassin.
Yeah.
Getting real low on ammo. There's gonna be a big group of people here in a minute, and I want to have some focus aims here to help me get through them. My visual cue should be when they drop their weapon. If I were smart at all about, oh, there's a dude. Oh, never mind, he's way far behind. So we're going to continue to chase down this assassin. Chasing him along some rooftops. It also feels very Uncharted-y. I feel like that's a trope in like every game at some point, chasing someone across the roof.
Uncharted.
Yeah.
It's a good word.
You heard me. I love how I talk like I'm Mr. Uncharted and I've done like, you know, 100 hours of speedruns of Uncharted 1 and like that's it.
I tried to teach you too. Didn't work
You
out.
did. You did. I did the thing. One of the things. I don't know. I did the thing. I made it to the big airwalk in Chapter 5. And you know what? That's more than a lot of people can say.
Sure.
Can't say I'm wrong on that one, mate.
No.
I wanted to run Lost Legs. May still do it at some point.
It's a good one.
Instead, I end up with an unearthed trail of even Batuta. This is what I have to do. This is my hell. Are you gonna point that gun at me? Just run. Get out of here. That was weird. He dropped the gun like a little bit away from me, so I had to like put that over there. I don't like position. It's very hard to see people.
You need to get yourself Sam Fisher going.
One of them looky seals.
Yeah.
Only cowards hide behind the cover. Get out of here. It's a shame that these animations take so long. I know that's why I lose so much time compared to world record run, but I do love having me some focus shots in my back pocket when things get stressful. Oh, I went for the focus shot there and I just missed it. I guess I pressed it too early. Should be getting close to the point. This is, oh no, that's a ball. Wow. Good job. It be like that sometimes.
True. So true.
So true, bestie.
Stop.
Stop.
Take one
You
more
know,
step and you're dead.
That's the way I
Put down
get an
the gun.
assassin to stop.
No, just by
Say
talking
stop.
to you, Rock is going to kill both of us.
It worked.
It did work this time. I gotta give it to them. So here's another chase segment. I'm chasing the world's largest like Tonka truck. It's been a while since I've played with toys. Gotta shake off the, what do you call it, tooth?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm in this little dinky towing truck. Chase down gigantic truck. Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I only know the sound effect for that kind of vehicle.
Wait, which truck are you talking about?
The big chunker.
No! Why are you dropping everything in front of me? This is, a lot of these driving segments aren't very RNG-ish. This one, I'm pretty sure, has an awful lot of it. It's just like flat car that's flying around everywhere. And signs and all kinds of debris.
Where is this? Is it Bangkok?
Yeah, I think it's
Hanoi or something?
Probably my least favorite segment is about where I get very frustrated if I get killed. And it's like a shameful death because you're facing off against enemies that don't even have lethal firearms. So it's freaking cop dude with tasers. It is so frustrating to just get shot with a taser and just stand there and shake, and it's like, well, alright.
This is my life now.
And you're trying to sneak past like 3 or 4 of them in 2 different sections, and it is very difficult to escape alive if one of them shoots you with a taser. This is a cool little chase segment from this construction zone, but you're not like following right behind, you're just having to follow this like path. Eventually the path goes underneath the truck and it's going over you. Feels kind of like, you know, one of those Scooby-Doo chase scenes. All right, what's up? What are you doing? You're following me. You're behind you. Going to the wrong door. You know what I'm saying. I'm just so sad. You know, I didn't know anything about the story, so I'm just pulling rabbits out of hats, you know.
It's James Bond. You know, he stops back on. It's the story.
A little bit more of chasing the truck. Then we get this little segment on like an elevated freeway where parts of the road like disintegrate and green, and there's a lot of screen shake up there, so it's very easy for me to just like throw myself into the hole and fix it. Real close. Get up. Oh no, it pulled away a lot earlier. Very good. Car falls out. I think as long as I look far to the right here, I won't fall. Oh, I may be too far behind. No, we're good. You can die like right before you hit the right there. Boom! Just land conveniently right in there. Just how we planned it. And then that. We did not plan for that.
Well, can't plan for everything.
So true. Jane Bonds. So if you flip over, then that means you lose your guns, apparently.
Get that body to the.
So here's the part I hate.
Sign of the second driver.
You can see that dude with the yellow helmet has like a yellow thing. That's his stun gun taser. This guy's easy to take out. Also, it's, you know, as it's unfortunately realistic where reloading the taser takes forever, so you can't just like pop them back to back. So these next two sections I made beef up real big.
Is someone there? Over here!
Please get out, get out. Nope. My hope was to cover, have him be close enough, do the stealth takedown, and there's one left. And usually when there's only one left, it's not too hard to escape the taser, but when there's two of them, they take you down.
There's still no sign of the second driver. Go check the
Good
building
gaming
around the
time.
bank and see if anybody saw it.
I don't like this. And this takes forever if you try to do it slow, because you just have to wait for them to walk far away.
Bond, we've located a potential lead to Rack from an old friend
And
of yours.
if it didn't take 10 years to reload, this would be
I'm marking the location on your smartphone now.
so much easier.
We'll be well paid if we find this guy.
Really slow, but this is a little bit more of a guarantee. Fine. Lost a lot of time doing that. Okay. This part is also... I'm gonna be risky here. Don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me. Okay.
I'm heading out to the rooftop.
That's gaming.
Yeah, that's
Good job we're being well paid to find this guy.
I'm afraid he's gonna hit me from running if I try to sneak behind him, so take him out real quick.
And yes, this is the easiest difficulty.
Yes, this is. I didn't even know there was a dude up here. Now my brain is thrown off because I wasn't expecting to see him. I'm used to there being like no one up here. I'm gonna leave him be and hope that he doesn't. He might shoot me. Yep. Sometimes you can sneak by without him shooting you. But like I said, if it's one-on-one, it's a little less likely for it to get super hairy. I'm almost in gamer mode. I'm leaning forward a bit. I'm almost a gamer.
You know, when you got a game, you got a game, you know?
I'd be so happy to have an adult gun. Anytime you want to give me one game. A legitimate grown-up firearm. I hate it when the enemies have it. I also hate it when I have it. So yeah, basically from here on out I'm going to be... Maybe I'll die in each area. I just have to remember where random goobers are in each area, because I'm really good about forgetting about like 2 guys off in a corner that start just filling me full of lead after I've walked about 10 feet past them.
Rax got the police out looking for the British agent, but we've been told he'll be heading this way.
Let me shoot on each side of you real fast. Thanks. Don't want to use my focus. Reload. I'll room here in a second. This room right here is my place. Of course I do.
Uncharted. I think it's safe to say.
Great. Yeah, very Uncharted. I need to be taking those like little moments to reload whenever you thinking about that. Oh yes, lineup. That makes it so much more convenient for me. Thank you. Few rooms coming up that stress me out a little bit as well. This room is one. Just random dudes hanging out all over the place. That guy's probably also low on ammo. Get back this guy some. No. Okay. No, why did I get out of cover? I can't believe that. I can't believe that. One shot. I was like, I can do it. Let me do it. Oh, that's rough. I was almost out of the room too. Congratulations, you played this game. don't like that. Dude, folks very rarely throw grenades in this game. Dude, it's I'm not gonna mess it up. That was so slow, but that's like the one problematic ring in this level. How shortage of death in this run, that's for sure.
Nice showcase.
We're getting there. So now something happens and I get captured. And I get captured. Remember those loading screens during Freud's run of Dead Souls? This is at least a little bit better than that, but you know, it's a PS3 game. I guess there was the luxury of it being PSN, I think, in that case. Definitely not the case here. I did it again! I knew to turn. I knew to turn left. Of course I turned left.
It tracks with your who you are. You turned right there.
There's a key card here. Where is it? There it is. What? Please just let me. Or no, my smartphone. Just let me pick up my smartphone, please. Imagine James Bond just trying to pick up his phone and can't. Just keeps dropping it.
Yeah, that's, you know, one of the most relatable things I've ever seen in a Bond piece of media.
So there are a ton of enemies here, and I'm gonna try to. Oh, you saw me. This is bad. Okay, this is not good. This is both bad and not good. Oh, please get to the top of this ladder. Oh, squeaky bum time.
Indeed.
We survived. It is hard to like get around there somewhat quickly without getting noticed, but
have y'all ever just shimmied across a bridge?
I know I have. I think I had Agent Under Fire on Xbox. I never played it. I think it was my brother's game, probably. Definitely played more Bond games than I've watched Bond movies, which I believe is 2-1.
I had Nightfire on PC and I had Quantum of Solace on Xbox.
Alpha squad, check the river.
Bond games have a good track record.
I don't like when I get turned around like that and all the enemies are like on the other side of me and I'm like looking at my face. It's like, okay, well, I don't know what to do.
Looking at my face.
I got hung up on the box. Why am I not using these focus I can just get to the store. Run, Bond. They have terrible object permanence, these enemies, so like as soon as I exit a room, I cease to exist. So. Oh, apparently not. Apparently they followed me. Did I get a checkpoint there? I wonder.
I think so.
Ah, I did get a checkpoint. But you still know I'm here? Homie. That's unfair. Oh, forgot about y'all. Oh, I already have one. I just forgot that I can press triangle to change guns. Oh. Kill this guy. Alright, good. Fine. I didn't want to use all three of my focus teams there, but I need it. Wow, I just unloaded a whole bunch of that into this guy.
Warning shots.
You better stay back. I don't know how to use this thing. Oh, hello. Oh. This part's stressful. We gotta take out this APC. APC? Oh.
P.
P. I got it right.
Armored personnel.
It's not the APC that I'm worried about, it's the enemies around me that could get up here and wreck me if I don't do this quickly enough. But I also can't overextend and poke my head out at the wrong time or I'll just get wrecked by the APC. Okay. But we did it. We're out of here. Not too many more levels left.
There's just oh yeah,
Jungle.
we're just going to the dam now? Oh.
Yes.
This game is so long.
I get to Russia or Siberia or whatever and I'm like, I'm at the end of the game. It's like, no. You are in fact not near the end of the game. I have no idea how I'm doing on time. I don't know that I want to know.
Yeah, I can tell you. It's long.
Is it real bad?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, I don't like how you started as well.
Well, honestly, I have zero clue how long anything takes in this game.
Oh, I don't need this gun. Oh, I made a mistake. Okay. Oh, this is what I want. Thank you for just putting a gun there for me.
We're about to reach the stop block.
Oh, yes. Oh no, there's a grenade! Thank goodness that grenade had a long cook time, or whatever you call it. Cook time.
No, the opposite. Short cook time, long fuse.
Oh.
Well, maybe
I don't like
you're
this
right,
guy.
but-
I have no idea. Oh, hello. It just punched me in the head. Okay. Slow motion smack me upside my head. Oh no.
Ooh.
Scooty bump time. Okay.
Definitely accurate.
Oh, don't do that to me!
I can tell you that it is better than...
Holy buckets. I'm gonna wait. I don't have that much longer to go. Look, I didn't soft lock that thing.
Wow.
There's no way to soft lock it.
Tell that story.
No, don't tell it. I'm getting. I can't even find the ladder. Here we go.
Like,
Yeah, I just didn't know where to.
The game doesn't, you know,
It's really hard to tell what you're supposed to do with that arm there to like create a bridge. So I was just like, did I soft lock the game? I kept swinging the arm around and it just wasn't doing anything, and no cutscenes were happening. I was just like, what is going on?
Because it's just like you like swing the crane into the helicopter and the cutscene plays, and then you're just like, well, now I'm in the crane still. And
Yeah.
there's no like, oh, I want to get over there. I should use the crate as a bridge.
This room is a room that frustrated me during the PB attempt. Or actual PB. I lost like 6 minutes in this room. So I'm just gonna...
Yeah, this is a rough room.
There's like a side aisle over here that has a bunch of people, and are you still? You're not even looking at me. Okay. You say so. Yeah. Okay. Pretty not too and half of them take like 75 hits like that, dude. As long as I get through this door, I'm fine to pick the checkpoint. Oh, of course. Time to load on him.
You're pretty good at not remembering.
Well, in the little, for what it's worth, like the little icon, you know, the HUD is horrible. It's just those little lines in the bottom left. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's just so deeply ingrained into me after playing shooter games so long. Like whenever you have, you know, you're not in active combat about to shoot somebody or whatever, then you are pressing the reload button.
And I do that.
Double checking and triple checking.
And I do that constantly when I'm casually playing shooters, but when I'm doing this run, I don't know, just like there's nothing in my head to tell me like, you know, you're running low on ammo, reload, because I'm constantly holding like a different gun with a completely different, you know, capacity. So my brain just doesn't know like, oh man, you should think about reloading.
Yeah, that's pretty well.
Yeah, from here on out, it's stressful. Just all of these areas just stink. I'm trying to do quickly. Right. Oh, I should. Well, I got all my focus names, so I'm not worried. Alright, if you want to a little bit closer to me, I'm going to complain.
Raise the bridge! Don't let him cross the spillway!
I got some folks from back here. Let me take him down. There's just people hidden everywhere right here. So running through here is a death wish. For me, at least. Kinda cleaned it out a little bit. I thought I didn't kill him. I'm trying to save my focus aims for what I'm about to get myself into. Yeah. Oh, I don't want that. I'm just waiting for this little middle area to lower so I can kind of take some time to take these guys out. I want to clean up this other area of the bridge as best as I can before it goes down. Oh, hello. I need to get this guy. Sniper Man is not something I really like. Tips. I think some more guys drop down via helicopter. About the next guy real quick. They're not going to cause me any problems. Great.
Still think you're doing the right thing, Mr. Bond? What about TwanM4n and Ping? Did you succeed with them? Did you save them?
I'm gonna be risky. Just run by them and hope that works out for me. Okay, yeah, we have a checkpoint. Got a little scene here. We're gonna go up this like crate lift thing.
I have 200 men in this dam. The longer it takes for them to capture you,
Surely I've killed 200 already.
the slower I will make your agonizing death.
Feels
What do you
new.
mean to do if you reach me? I beat you once before, Mr. Bond. I'll happily do it again.
Well, I'm doing okay right now. If I count as fan.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm running on empty here. How good it is.
I asked my good friend Oscar to stay up until 300 in the morning. Do commentary on runs when Jamie's never played. But it's very similar to mini games. We're already at the top. Why did it work? Let's miss this one. I'm getting kind of tired too. So. Yeah, this was a bit of a sloppy run, unfortunately. That's okay. Just about
Marathon Showcase is not as good in my opinion if everything goes perfect. You gotta get on the first.
I got so many thoughts. We're hiding behind the bud there, so. Alright, this is like the last real room filled with enemies, or area filled with enemies, and it is also very bad. It's very part of the problem is there's so many enemies below me that I can't take out right now. I have to go with exposed mines. Get out of position. So I like to clean up the top areas. Oh, hello. Yeah, might be useful. Build up some focus things. If this barrier right here wasn't here, that this might not stress me out as much, but just getting over that last barrier can be enough to be what kills you there. What about that, like 3 or 4? I'm trying to like go through my head where I want to go.
Your overall?
Yeah.
Probably more than that.
So, we're at the bit. So I need to like hit these 4 blue consoles, and I'm gonna be really low on health the whole time. It's also easy to forget one. I just gotta jump across the ledge and I didn't do it. And I gotta run all the way back again. Let me just take a second.
Take a breather.
You know, sometimes you just gotta rest. You gotta take a breather and then you're gonna speed running.
Shasta raid.
Yo, thank you for the raid. Should've skipped there. It's too busy soaking in the raid apparently. Shoot him a billion times and, you know, stuff blows up. You know how it is. Make a mean face. You know. We're through all the James Bondy shooty stuff. Made it through.
The weekend.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. We just have one more race driving segment.
Final level?
The company had sales of 8.4.
Very much a great opportunities for me to game over here as well. So pay very close attention. So I'll be on a bridge here in about 3.5 minutes or so. I can't remember how long this segment is, where I'm supposed to wreck Nicole's car. And as soon as it goes into like cutscene mode, where you get the widescreen, that is when we'll get it timed, and I will try to let you know exactly what that is. But I have to do like a certain amount of damage rating on Nicole's vehicle. Beautiful sports car. Oh, that didn't actually stop me. Very fortuitous. Thank you for letting me run this game. Maybe this is a little premature because I'm probably going to get at least one continue here. But, yeah, I just played this game casually for the first time over the summer and did some runs and got it down to a time that before double plays got it down to like 130. It was still decently good. Now it's not so great on PP, but it's a fun game to just play through. There's a couple scary spots where it's easy to die pretty efficiently if you don't take a good line or take out all the enemies in a certain spot, but it's fun to play. You feel pretty cool being the Bond Jane. Definitely can't take lines. I want to look at chat so bad, but that is the biggest death wish.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Look, I did it. I looked at chat. I didn't see anything. I mean, I saw names. Oh no, I forgot I got a turn. It sounded like me talking to my dog. Big stretch. Gotta be cheeky here and throw some logs at me. I almost messed up there.
Cheeky logs.
Cheeky logs. We're so close. Oh! I've definitely died to that truck before. Oh. And there's a green truck up here on the left that I sometimes run into and die. Where is it? Oh, apparently it just isn't gonna pop. No, there it is. It was off to the left in oncoming traffic. I got scared and like squeezed myself in between the dump truck and the rail. I haven't done that, a million runs of this game, and I'm already like scared of this game. I know the points where I'm like, I've died there many times. How about we, make our lives harder by just steering way through level.
Speedrunning.
This is definitely not my forte of speedrunning games. I run a lot of, I guess, the shorter action RPGs and JRPGs or sort of my jam. Just got hooked on Uncharted for a summer, and now every time I see something, it's like I think the butterfly meme. It's like, is this Uncharted? And I did that with this game. Oh no! Oh, I'm so lucky that I didn't like super T-bone or whatever there. You can tell I know car stuff. I just throw out words and hope that they work. I know T-bone's the thing people say when they get in accidents. Alright.
Super T-bone is a Super Nintendo game.
Oh.
In my world.
Alright, so we're on the bridge. This is where I have to just like slam her car a couple times. It'll take a couple seconds of like hitting her, but as soon as it goes wide, I'll see. This truck kind of gets in the way. I want to like get her all the way over the rails. Okay, time. I was in the middle of saying, "Are you kidding me?" And then it was, "Are you timed?"
Nicole, stop! Don't move.
Hello, James.
Stop! Don't move. We're done playing video games. That was James Bond 007. I pressed a button to make the credits go fast. Apparently, TwanM4n, that's me. Ascari, thank you for staying up late to help me get through this. Thank you, Shots Fired, for having me once again. I'm excited about the weekend of runs that we have. So, stay tuned. Thanks a bunch. I'm out. Bye. You can't see me waving.
Bye.
Bye.